Howdy folks, so in this video we're going to be talking about the Brachypelma hamorii, formerly known as the Brachypelma smithy. And this is the second time I'm having to do this voiceover because I messed up and called it a tliltocatl. So let's get into it. So the common name for this tarantula is the Mexican red knee, and that's also where it comes from. It's from Mexico and around the Central America sort of borders. The temperature in its natural habitat is 21 to 29 degrees and the humidity ranges from 60 to 70%. Whilst in captivity, we generally keep ours around the 24 to 28 degrees Celsius, and we manage to keep the humidity at its natural levels of 60 to 70 simply by overfilling a water dish every 3 weeks or so, something like that. Now this one is a predominantly terrestrial tarantula, but as always they are also opportunistic burrowers, especially while they're quite young in slings and juvies. They do like to burrow quite a bit, so a bit more substrate and they're good to go. The substrate we like to use is topsoil. We find that's best for most of those that like to burrow. They seem to be able to make the burrows a lot easier in the topsoil, and it also helps to keep the humidity lower than say using cocoa fibre. With all of our terrestrials and opportunistic burrows, we always like to include a retreat or a hide, and of course, I'll say it 1,000 times, every tarantula needs a water dish. Eating habits of this tarantula are actually quite good. They're not very fussy eaters, so they'll take a Mario, they'll take a cricket, they'll take a locust, and as they get larger they'll take dubias as well. This tarantula's got a medium growth rate, so it fits in well with its genus and also along with things like grammostolas and stuff like that. The temperament of this tarantula is actually fairly docile, so they won't throw up threat posers very often, they won't go for bites very often. One thing they do though is they actually like to kick hairs, and I've got quite a bad reaction to hairs from tarantulas. Some people do, some people don't. This is something that you find out in the worst way possible, of when it happens, that's when you know. And when you look at this tarantula, you can see where it gets its common name from, the Mexican red knee, from those orange sort of chevron-y knees. It's kind of cool looking. I mean, most of it's quite black and dark greys. Under light it looks a little bit silvery, but then those knees really stand out. So it's really beautiful, great species to actually have as a display tarantula. Then we're on to some of the kind of cool things about this tarantula. For instance, this is supposedly the tarantula that actually started the hobby off. I think almost everyone has one of these in their collection, and it's because it's kind of the standard of what a tarantula is. This has been in more movies than any other species of tarantula, and it's kind of famous for that. As well as that, there's a little bit behind it. You see, this used to actually be known as the Brachypelma smithy at one point, and this was due to a misidentification when it came from being in the wild in its natural habitat to being in the hobby. And this went on for years and years and years, and it was only until someone actually went back to the taxonomy records and checked it over, and they realised that a mistake had been made. So that's when its name changed from Brachypelma smithy to Brachypelma hamorii. I had to remove quite a large chunk here just because I talked about it being a tliltocatl, and once again it's a Brachypelma, not a tliltocatl. I had to apologise. Thanks Gaz for pointing this out. And as it goes for availability, these are available from all the major distributors such as Spider Shops, So Many Legs, Spiders EU, and of course Mark's Tea Room. Try and go onto Facebook and go onto Mark's Tea Room, he's usually got these in. So yeah, this is a beautiful tarantula that a lot of people in the hobby actually have, and it's always readily available. It's just one of those sort of signature species which everyone enjoys, and I hope you will enjoy it too. I'd put it somewhere around the beginner level, but with the hair kicking, that's something definitely to watch out for. So that's all from me for today folks. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I'm trying to be a little bit more high energy in these videos to see if I can get the points across a little bit better. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a like, leave us a comment, let us know how you thought about this video. And also make sure to go down to the description and check out our Patreon links, and we've also got a website down there as well with care sheets and things like that, and product recommendations. So be a good one and go check those out. That's all for now. Bye. Special thanks to Chris Woolley and Lucy Reeves, our two Patreons.